following is a feature presentation of the Replay Sports Channel, the home for great games.
Hello and welcome to WFL Primetime week number 8. Hi everybody, Glenn Walker joining you from the Replay Sports Studios, getting ready to show off the week 8 highlights. Been slaving over the video, getting ready to show you the best portions of week 8. First, a pause for the cause. I want to tell you about my book, The Red Zone Murders. When an old Army buddy is murdered, Private Eye Joe Maxwell embarks on a journey to find out who did it and why. The Red Zone Murders takes place over the course of the 1948 football season. Along the way, Maxwell has to deal with undercover Russian agents, a former Nazi war criminal, a presidential election, and an enemy from his past. The Red Zone Murders takes you through the changing landscape of professional football as the sport navigated its way into the television age. Grab your digital copy today at Amazon, link in the show description. The second half of the 2024 season kicked off yesterday. The number of remaining games starts getting smaller and smaller. There are 20 teams vying for just 12 playoff spots. Sunday began with 2 undefeated teams, the Rome Gladiators and the Las Vegas Outlaws, and 2 winless teams, the Barcelona Dragons and the San Antonio Commanders. One team would suffer the agony of their first loss, and one team would experience the joy of their first win. First stop on our highlights, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, where the 7-0 Rome Gladiators taking on the 4-2-1 Tampa Bay Bandits. We move to the midway point of the first quarter, and we have a developing situation. Rookie quarterback Will Levis dropping back to pass. Pass is complete to Cooper Kupp, but Levis limping off the field has an injured left foot. Out, more details later. In steps veteran quarterback Joe Flacco, and he releases a 25-yard touchdown pass to Torrey McLaurin. Bandits up 7-0. Right at the end of the first quarter, Gus Edwards gets the running game going as he breaks off a 16-yard touchdown run. Rome struggling on the road as Lawrence gets hit and fumbles. Davin Godchaux is going to return it for a touchdown. Tampa Bay up 21-0. Still early second quarter, Lawrence completes the pass to Deontay Johnson for 25 yards. Rome finally on the board. Late second quarter, Flacco didn't need a lot of warming up to do as he throws another touchdown pass to Moore. 28-7. Last couple of moments of the second quarter, Austin Eckler scores on a 3-yard touchdown, but Rome misses the PAT. Tampa Bay 28-13 at halftime. We pick it up in the second half, and Rome blocks a punt attempt by Tampa Bay, so they pull within 8, and then score again. Lawrence Dallin for 22 yards. They trail by 1. The Tampa Bay ground game going for him today as Edwards scores another touchdown. They pull ahead 33-27. And then late moments of the fourth, A.J. Dillon gets into the scoring, and the upset of the week. The Bandits pull off a 43-27 win over the Rome Gladiators. Early word on rookie quarterback Will Levis, broken foot, 7 weeks. That means rest of the regular season, could possibly be ready for postseason if Tampa Bay qualifies. A lot of turnovers in this game, 7 turnovers, 4 for Rome, 3 for Tampa Bay. For Rome, they suffer their first loss of the 2024 season. Player of the game, Nick Bosa, a sack and 2 forced fumbles. One of those forced fumbles was the one scooped up by Godshow and raced back 15 yards for that touchdown early in the second quarter. Tampa Bay improving 5-2-1. In Birmingham, the Americans played host to the winless Barcelona Dragons. Defensive coordinator Mike Zimmer taking over as interim head coach after the recently fired Mike McCarthy was shown the door. Would take you late first quarter for this one. And Barcelona on the move. Matthew Stafford from the pistol, plenty of time to throw, completes it to Greg Dortch on a 10-yard touchdown. Barcelona up 7-0. On the move again. In the second quarter, Stafford finds Devontae Parker, gets down inside the 5. On the next play, Stafford looking for Parker again. Parker gets hurt on this incomplete play, out for the rest of the game. Play later. Still up 7-0. Stafford checks down to rookie running back Zach Charbonnet like a fine wine. Charbonnet helps the Dragons go up 14-0. They had a late field goal, lead 17-0 in the half. Birmingham gets things in gear at the start of the second half. Minshew completes a pass to Mike Williams for 29 yards. They'll follow that up with a 13-yard touchdown pass to Williams to get Birmingham on the board here late in the third quarter. They trail by 10. At a field goal, it would be 17-10 heading into the fourth quarter. Stafford having a great day, as we'll talk about in a moment, completes this pass to Dortch for 25 yards. Just inside Birmingham territory, pump fake, throws to Jonnu Smith from Florida International, and he does the rest. Touchdown, missed PAT. Barcelona leads at 23-10. The Minshew-Williams connection working strong in this game. This one puts Birmingham inside enemy territory. Later in the drive, Pacheco will take the toss right and travels into the end zone. It's a 23-17 game. Barcelona forced to punt. Birmingham gets the ball back. 2 minutes to go. Graham with the sack. They go for it on 4th and 6, don't make it. Barcelona gets the ball back. Dortch with a second touchdown catch, 29-17. Birmingham would score a late touchdown, but that would be it. Barcelona, win number 1 for the season under interim head coach Mike Zimmer. Player of the game, Matthew Stafford, 36 of 49, 449 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Three years ago, Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert faced one another in Pantheon Bowl 20. Last Sunday, the Berlin Thunder and the Toronto Hitmen battled to remain in the playoff hunt. And over in D.C., the Guardians looked to capitalize on their recent Monday Night Football success as they faced the Paris Legends. Toronto's BMO Field, where Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert would square off in an Eastern Conference battle. Early on, it would be the Toronto Hitmen reaching the scoreboard first. Justin Herbert, back to pass. Finds wide receiver Adam hooked on a Thielen for a touchdown. Toronto leads at 7-0 after one. Move into the second quarter. Herbert with perfect protection, back to pass. Completes it to DJ Moore for 31 yards. That would help set up the Greg Zuerlein 29-yard field goal. And Toronto would lead it 10-0. Berlin began to crawl their way back. Mahomes finding his favorite wide receiver, George Kittle, on a 28-yard pass play. And then the Thunder caps off the drive with a 14-yard touchdown pass to Conklin. Scores 10-7. Both teams would add field goals. Toronto leads at 13-10 at halftime. Gano ties the game on a 49-yarder early in the third. Herbert finding Thielen again. Ooga chaka. Missed PAT though. Toronto leads at 19-13. Critical play here for Berlin, already struggling this season. Incomplete pass. Kittle has to leave the game. Injured hamstring, doubtful next week against Paris. Going into the fourth quarter, Toronto added another field goal. They lead 22-13. Mahomes trying to mount the fourth quarter comeback. With time to throw. Completes the pass to Khalif Raymond, good for 20 yards. Caps off the drive. On a 10-yard touchdown pass to rookie wide receiver Zay Flowers. 22-20. Late in the game. 4th and 4. Mahomes to Dotson. Gets the first down. No timeouts. They have to hurry. Another 4th down. The pass from Mahomes to Flowers incomplete. The Hitmen hold on, ending a 5-game losing streak. Toronto gaining 425 yards in total offense. Your player of the game, quarterback Justin Herbert, 33 of 44, 325 yards, 2 touchdowns. Paris Legends and the DC Guardians face each other at Audi Field. Seems like we have a game at Audi Field every week. DC looking to keep the momentum going after their Monday night showing against Berlin. We pick it up late first quarter. DC already ahead 3-0. But Paris on the drive. Burrow finding Chris Olave. 10-yard touchdown. Paris leads at 7-3. CJ Stroud each and every week getting better and better. Unleashes one here to Brandon Ayuk, good for 38 yards. And then the Guardians cap off a great drive with a 12-yard touchdown pass to Curtis Samuel. DC back on top, 10-7. Early third quarter. Mr. Running Back, Mr. Wide Receiver, Mr. Everything, Deebo Samuel takes the handoff, sweeps around right into the end zone on a 17-yard touchdown run. Paris retakes lead, 14-10. Paris would add a pair of field goals. They lead 20-10 at halftime. We move to the third quarter. Brian Robinson hit, fumble, and it's recovered by Paris. They're going to cap it off with a Brees Hall 3-yard touchdown run. They lead 27-10. Still early third quarter. Stroud, time to throw, gets the safety to jump there, and Ayuk on a 40-yard touchdown reception deep into Paris territory. Stroud, quick release to Hollywood Brown, streaks down the sideline into the end zone, 31 yards. DC pulls within 10, 27-17. Late third quarter. Deebo, there goes that man again, into the end zone, 16-yard touchdown run. Paris up 34-17. A rare mistake by Paris on this next highlight, as Burrow gets picked off by Owusu Koromoro. That will help set up Stroud's 6-yard touchdown pass to Antonio Gibson early in the fourth. DC pulls back within 10 again, 34-24. We move to halfway into the fourth quarter. There's that touchdown by Gibson to put the Guardians within 10. Halfway through the fourth quarter, horrible injury to Paris running back Nick Chubb. Suffers a knee injury on this 4-yard run, had to be carted off from the game. Paris would settle for the field goal. They lead 37-24. Late fourth quarter, after the Carlson field goal. Late fourth quarter, just over 5 minutes left to go. Stroud trying to mount the comeback for the Guardians. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. Would set up another Carlson field goal. The final score of Paris 40, DC 24. Paris on the day, 416 yards in total offense. Made 7 trips to the red zone, scored 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals. That's their third straight win. Bad news, though, for them. The Paris Legends running back, Nick Chubb, ACL injury, and is expected to miss the rest of the season. DC, their own worst enemy in this game, 11 penalties for 74 yards, and that will be their last home game at Aldi Field for quite some time. They're going to be on the road until week 14. Your player of the game for Paris is Hunter. 2 sacks for Daniel Hunter and 1 forced fumble. We got more prime time coming for you, but quick, a brief commercial message.
Some beers are just beers. But Iron Ridge Lager, it's a legend in a bottle. Born in the mountains, brewed for those who crave adventure. Whether you're scaling peaks, chasing sunsets, or just unwinding after a hard day's work, Iron Ridge Lager is your perfect companion. Smooth, crisp, refreshing, with a bold, full-bodied flavor that says, you've earned this. Not just any beer, your beer. Iron Ridge Lager. Taste the adventure. This telecast telecast is copyrighted by the WFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions or accounts of the game without the WFL's consent is prohibited.
Welcome back to WFL Primetime. The Outlaws are halfway towards their goal of a back-to-back league titles. The Commanders looking to start the second half of the season with an upset over the Outlaws. And in Detroit, the visiting Aztecs look to keep pace with the Outlaws in the Pacific Division. The Alamo Dome in San Antonio. The 7-0 Las Vegas Outlaws taking on the 0-7 San Antonio Commanders. Would this be the day the Commanders get their first win? Not if Jalen Hurts has anything to say about it. The Outlaws lead at 3-0 after the first quarter. We move to the second. Lone setback in the backfield, handoff to Kamara. Alvin Kamara picks up 15 yards and the first down. Then on 3rd and 1, handoff to Jonathan Taylor, sweeps right. Needed one, he gets 14. Keeping Taylor in the game, little pitch toss there. He'll be stopped. There is a penalty on the play, but it's encroachment on the defense. Ball at the 2. Give to Taylor, and he crashes into the line. Outlaws lead at 10-0. Outlaws again with the ball. Late second quarter. Hurts with a pass to Xavier Gibson for 15 yards. They missed the point after attempt. They lead at 16-0. We have some Commander highlights for you. Russell Wilson with time to throw. Completes it to Noah Brown for 20 yards. Under a minute to go. San Antonio, after a sack, are forced to kick a 50-yard field goal by McManus. They trail 16-3 at the half. Gay missed a field goal, and that gives San Antonio the ball. Wilson, after the incomplete pass, will find Brown on a 30-yard touchdown pass. And look out, San Antonio only trails by 6. We move to the fourth quarter. Wilson finds Brown again from 9 yards out, and would you believe it, San Antonio leads 17-16. Do we have an upset in the making? Kamara takes the swing pass from Hurts. Picks up 16 yards. Under 10 minutes to go. Hurts. Screen pass to Kamara near sideline. Good for 14 yards into San Antonio territory. They would have to settle for the chip shot field goal by Matt Gay. They regain the lead 19-17. San Antonio gets the ball back deep in their own end. Screen pass over to Jerome Ford, good for 18 yards, under 5 minutes to play. Then Wilson, back to pass, he's hit and sacked by Draymond Jones. They would end up punting on 4th and 9. Gonna try to use some timeouts. But Las Vegas, the defending champs, salt this one away. Hurts to Cameron for 17 yards on a 3rd and 2. Vegas escapes San Antonio with a 19-17 win. Miles Garrett, a candidate for defensive MVP, had a great day. 2 sacks and a forced fumble. Las Vegas on offense, 419 yards compared to San Antonio, just 198 yards in total offense. San Antonio also suffered on 3rd down, just converting 3 of 12 and 3rd down. San Antonio now the only team winless And Las Vegas, the only team without a loss moving forward into Week 9. We take you out to Ford Field, where the 1-6 Detroit Wheels play host to the Mexico City Aztecs. Mexico City enters the game on a 3-game winning streak, Detroit on a 2-game losing streak. Teams exchanged field goals in the first quarter. We're tied 3-3 as we pick up the action in the second quarter. Mexico City on the road. Let's try something tricky here. Punter Thomas Morstead throws a pass on 4th and 5, complete to Mike Evans for 12 yards. Geno Smith to Michael Pittman on an 11-yard touchdown. Mexico City up 10-3. Aiden O'Connell completes the pass to Josh Palmer. We're tied at 10 late in the second quarter. We know Derrick Henry can run with the ball, but he also can catch and run with the ball as he picks up 39 yards on this pass play with Smith. Wisely gets out of bounds, saves some time. Minute 25 to go. Smith drifts right, throws back, completes to Mari Cooper for a 26-yard touchdown. Aztecs lead at 17-10 at halftime. Start of the third quarter. O'Connell back to pass. Intercepted by Kyle Hamilton. A 36-yard touchdown interception return. Mexico City up 24-10. Are you ready for your regular Derrick Henry fix a run? Well, we had it there. A 48-yard touchdown run. They go up 31-10. Sorry about that. O'Connell trying to bring the team back here late third quarter will be picked off in the end zone by Stephon Gilmore. Still have a fourth quarter to play, trailing by 21. O'Connell not giving up the ship, completes a pass to Chark. 43-yard touchdown, but that would be as close as Detroit would get. Final score from the Motor City: Aztecs 31, Detroit 17. Player of the game, Geno Smith, 28 of 41, 332 yards, 2 touchdowns in that game. 411 yards in total offense for Mexico City. Detroit, 8 penalties for 51 yards and just 3 of 15 on third down. The Central Division is shaping up to be a 2-team race between the Memphis Express and the St. Louis Stars. Before they meet next week, they had to deal with some Pacific competition. In San Diego, the Fleet play host to the Express. We go to the second quarter with Memphis with a weird score of 3-2. San Diego with the ball early in the second quarter. Allen with the give to Najee Harris into the end zone, 3-yard touchdown run. San Diego leads it 9-3. Fairbairn would kick a late first half field goal. Memphis trails 9-6. We head to the third quarter where all the action was as Lamar Jackson scrambles his way for 15 yards and a first down. Josh Jacobs takes the handoff, sweeps left into the end zone, 17-yard touchdown run. Memphis takes the lead for the first time, 13-9. Let's move ahead to late third quarter. And Allen picked off by Jason Pennick. Memphis gets the ball. Jackson to Pierce. Facing 2nd and 9, late third quarter. Then on 3rd and 9, Jackson with time to throw completes it to Downs, who picks up the first down. 3:30 to go. Third quarter, handoff to Jacobs. He'll get 4. Some extended highlights here of some gameplay, courtesy of the Replay Sports Channel. 3rd and 6 here. There is a touchdown coming, I promise. Pass completion to Parham, the backup tight end. They do get a touchdown here. 22-yard touchdown to A.J. Brown. And we go late fourth quarter. Already leading 20-12. Got my highlights all mixed up here. Josh Jacobs, 23-yard run. 1st and goal. Jackson looking. Oh, and it's in and out of the hands of Pierce in the end zone. Brings up 2nd and goal. Jackson not going to run. Oh, and it's just ahead of the tight end. 3rd and goal. Jackson says, stuff it, I'm going to run it. 6-yard touchdown run. They try to go for 2. It's no good. They lead 26-12 with just a couple of minutes left. Allen completes a 5-yard touchdown pass to Metcalf. 26-19. You know what happens next. Onside kick. Memphis knew it was coming too. You're in the good hands team when you have Pierce recovering for you. And Memphis winning on the road, 26-19. They end a 2-game losing streak. And as we'll see in our next highlight, are going to be tied with St. Louis, and that's who they play next week for who will have sole control of the Central Division. MVP of the game, of course, Lamar Jackson, 17-33, 232 yards, 1 passing touchdown. He also had a rushing touchdown as well. In St. Louis, the Stars play host to the Rattlers in a Pacific Conference showdown. Brock Purdy, in his quest for most touchdown passes in a season, taking on Tua Tagovailoa. We pick it up early, first quarter. St. Louis forced to punt on their opening possession. Brock Purdy and the Rattlers offense gets to work. Purdy back to pass, intercepted, but Charvarius Ward, who's going to take it back to the crib for a touchdown. Ugh, not a good start for Purdy. Stars up 7-0. Arizona does manage a Pinheiro field goal. They are down 7-3 at the end of 1. Travis Etienne really pacing the running game for Arizona. Picks up 25 there. And then near the red zone, Purdy. That's a pretty pass to Gabe Davis from Central Florida. And Arizona on top, 10-7. Bass would tie the game for the Stars on a 44-yard field goal, tied 10-all. And then on the ensuing kickoff, Mims fumble. And it's recovered by St. Louis. Tagovailoa back to pass. Looking for a receiver, incomplete. Osborne's double team there. Couple plays later, 3rd and goal, 32 seconds to go until halftime. Throws underneath to Leonard Fournette on a 6-yard touchdown pass. Stars lead 17-10 at halftime. Etienne punches this one in from 3 yards out. We're tied at 17. St. Louis would regain the lead on a Bass field goal. They lead at 20-17. It would be tied again 20-20 early in the fourth quarter. Tua gets picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. I hope you're keeping up with all this. Purdy, midway through the fourth quarter, shuffle pass over to Etienne. Working his way down the sideline, tackled after a 35-yard pickup. Purdy again with time, checks down to Rondale Moore. Touchdown. Arizona up 27-20. They would tack on another Pinheiro field goal, and they leave St. Louis with a 30-20 victory. Arizona now has won 3 straight. Teams combined for 8 turnovers in this game, and St. Louis, of course, didn't do themselves any favor. 8 penalties for 66 yards. Player of the game was Arizona running back Travis Etienne. On the ground, 14 carries, 45 yards, a touchdown, and then in the air, 9 receptions for 89 yards. The Knights appear to be peaking at the right time. They take a 3-game win streak into Gotham City to face the New York Generals. Last Sunday, the Knights visited the Generals. London entering the game with a 3-game win streak. We take you to early first quarter action. London with the ball, opening possession. Derek Carr, one of the leading candidates for Offensive Most Valuable Player of the Year, unleashes a 45-yard touchdown pass to Drake London. The Knights lead at 7-0. New York would add 2 field goals. They trail 7-6 after 1. London with the ball again in the second quarter. Interception by Adebo. That would set up another field goal. New York takes the lead 9-7. A couple more field goals. New York would lead 12-10 at half. We move now to the third quarter. There's Christian McCaffrey, CMC with 27 yards. Inside the red zone, Derek Carr getting plenty of time to throw. No pressure at all. Completes the pass to Everett. Knights retake the lead 17-12. Carr gets picked off by Steven Nelson, who's going to take this one back to the house. 45 yards. And New York retakes the lead 18-17. Later on, the Knights regain the lead on a late field goal by Aubrey, 20-18. Under 2 minutes to go, rookie quarterback Bryce Young looking for somebody to throw to. And he threw it the wrong place. Sean Murphy Bunting with the interception. Minute and a half to go. London trying to seal the deal here. Complete pass to Stephon Diggs. 33-yard touchdown. London escapes Gotham with a 27-18 win over the New York Generals. Derek Carr, your player of the game, 32 of 48, 319 yards, 3 touchdowns in this one. London, 404 yards of total offense compared to New York's just 137. And New York also had 10 penalties for 70 yards. So with Sunday's action complete and just 1 game to go later tonight between Los Angeles and Chicago, let's give you a look at the standings, show you how things look. In the Europa Division, we have a tie between Rome and London. They don't face each other until a couple of weeks from now, but they are tied at 7-1. Paris in the middle, 5-3. Berlin and Barcelona bringing up the rear. Berlin 2-6, Barcelona 1-7. They did get their first victory. Congratulations to the Dragons. We move on to the Atlantic Division. Tampa Bay win, the Birmingham loss. They flip spots. Tampa Bay in first, Birmingham in second. Despite the loss, New York maintains third place. Toronto, DC round out the rest of the Atlantic Division. As you see, the highlighted teams, those will be the two teams playing later tonight. Memphis and St. Louis tied for first. They play each other next week. That will not be in prime time, but expect some extended highlights in our next edition of WFL Primetime. Detroit at 1-7, San Antonio still looking for that first win at 0-8. Vegas at 8-0. They've opened up, continue to have a 3-game lead over their nearest competitor. Mexico City and Arizona tied at 5-3. Los Angeles looking to stay tied for second with their game at Chicago later tonight. And speaking of that game, Replay Sports Channel bringing you our edition of Monday Night Football, WFL 24 style. The Los Angeles Wildcats taking on the Chicago Fire. We have the Harbaugh Bowl. Jim Harbaugh coaching the Los Angeles Wildcats. His brother John coaching the Chicago Fire. Should be a great game on all accounts. We'll have that for you on our YouTube channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, leave us some comments. It's been great having you here on WFL Primetime. I've been Glenn Walker. Thank you for stopping by. Have a great rest of your day.